So yesterday I was talking about a quote from a book or just a concept. I think it was from the Old Souls guidebook, which was not a very good book, honestly, but my wife had read it and I skimmed through it. And she brought this concept to me, and it was like, what if this is your last life? And so the idea was like, if you're an old soul, you have had many lives on this earth, many reincarnations, and you're on the last few, or maybe this is your last one. And I thought about that and I was like, wow, what if I've done this thousands of times? I've reincarnated on this earth thousands of times as a human being, and this is my last time. Like it gives me chills. It's like makes my hair stand on end just to say that, to think about that concept. It's so powerful. It's such a powerful concept. What if this is your last life? Now, it's funny because if you don't believe in reincarnation, this is your one and only and last life. But it's not as impactful, is it? It's so much more impactful if you think about maybe you've lived thousands of lives, and this is the last time. This is the last time that you're going to be able to have friends and get married and have children and have sex and before you go on to somewhere else. But this is the last time you're going to experience what it's like to be a human. Think about that. Now, maybe that's not true at all, but think about that. Think about how you would live your life differently if you believed if you knew that were true. And in some way that is true, and we should be living our life like that, because maybe there is no reincarnation, and maybe this is the one and only shot that you have. So this is literally your last chance to be a human, last chance to experience love, to experience joy, to experience the birth of a child, to tell someone a nice compliment, to heal a heart instead of break a heart. You know what I mean? Like to have your heart broken. It seems like a bad thing, but if it was your last time to experience that, I think you would actually enjoy that experience to a degree, right? Like all these troubles and all the things in life that seem so hard and seem so bad, what if it was the last time that you were ever going to experience them, and you had experienced them so many times before? It really makes you think. It really makes me think. It really makes me wonder, am I wasting this life? Am I wasting the moments of this life? And it's not even what are you doing? It's where are you? Like, where are you? Where is your presence? Are you present in the moment, in understanding the gravity of this, like the experience that you're going through, that you are having? And it does carry to how you show up and how you treat people. I mean, if you knew this was your last life, would you ever say a mean word to someone? Is there any reason to cause someone pain and harm? Would that be how you want your last life to be remembered? Would you do those things? And would you take on a little bit more and give people a little bit more grace and be a little more loving, a little bit more kind, and a little bit more understanding? And would you take more of the opportunities that you wanted to take? Would you be a lot less risk adverse and take some risks and take some shots that you wanted to get that one chance that you're never going to have again? Would you take life a little bit less seriously, knowing that you had thousands of life before and it's going to be okay no matter what? And after this, you're going to be in somewhere else, and you've been through this all before. There's a lot of things to consider about this seemingly simple concept, but I think it's powerful, and it's something that really struck me. And I've been wanting to make a video on this. I keep on forgetting, because I think it is such a important and powerful thing to think about. Like a lot of things that we think are important, are they so important? And a lot of things that we don't think about important, they're really important. I spent some time, I'm a father, right? And I was going through my Dropbox looking at photos and stuff as I was cleaning that up. And I was like, how much of my daughter's life did I miss? I mean, don't get me wrong, I was there. I have a lot of photos that show it. But was I there? How many times was I thinking about work or not present when I could have been more present, when I could have enjoyed? I mean, even just within one life, you have to realize that there will be a last time that you will take your 3-year-old to Disney World or to the park or whatever, and see that silly smile and, or the tantrum in the car. Like there will be the last time that you do that, and your child will grow up. And believe me, I have a 12, basically 13-year-old child now, and she's not a child anymore. Honestly, like I look back at the pictures, and there was the toddler pictures and the baby pictures, and she's not the same person. I mean, she is the same person, but she's not the same person. That child is forever gone. That toddler I will never see again. You know, and it's kind of sad. I mean, I'm glad that she's growing up and becoming such a great human being in person, but those things are gone, you know? And it just makes you also think about every relationship that you're ever in, you know, whether it be romantic or not. And those things will disappear, and they will be gone to never be had again. You will never share those experiences and those moments in your life again with those same people. And you'll lose people. You know, I lost my mom a little over a year ago, and I went back and I saw those pictures, and you know, I saw some pictures of her making pizza. I mean, 10 years ago, she was making pizzas with my daughter, who was 3 at the time, at my house in Tampa, Florida. You know, I mean, my mom was walking around and talking, and this is before the Parkinson's really hit her hard. That was only 10 years ago. She's dead now. She's gone. My daughter's grown up. I'm divorced and remarried. A lot changes in 10 years. There's a lot of things that maybe a lot of people I would have handled differently. A lot of things I would have said differently. A lot of moments I would have enjoyed more. But the hardest thing about all of this is that it's easy to look back on the past and to see those things. But can you do it in the present? Can you see it in this moment? And that's why I think that phrase, that idea of like, what if this is the last life that you're ever going to live as a human? What if you've lived thousands of lives? I think that's why that is so impactful, is because maybe that can get you a glimpse of it now, in this moment. Like, can you live that way? Can we live that way now? Where we see now the value of the thing. Yeah, I had a 3-year-old daughter, but I have a 13-year-old daughter now, basically. And so I have those moments, you know. And am I going to be on my phone while she's trying to show me her dance? Hopefully not. Am I going to participate with her and learn a silly K-pop dance, even though I don't really feel like it and I'm busy? Hopefully I will. Because that someday she's going to be 18. She's not going to show me a K-pop dance anymore. It's going to be quiet. You know? All of these things. Your youth will be gone. I'm 43 now. I look back at pictures when I was 20. I had the world in front of me. Went to a college, university for my daughter for this K-pop thing this weekend. And I was like, man, I used to be in a university. I used to have the entire world open to me, in front of me. I had all these options, all these choices, the world was my oyster. Now, it's a little bit more narrow. There's a little bit less things and options available to me. You know? And, you know, when I think about it, my dad is, you know, about 70. And, you know, he's 69. But someday I'll be that. I'm 43 now. I mean, it's a ways off. But someday I'll look back at this 43-year-old body, and I'll wish I made more use of it. I'll wish that, you know, the relationships in the environment that I'm in now, that I would have been less petty, that I would have been less offended by things that I can be offended by, and just been more loving. And it doesn't mean that I'm not trying to be loving now. Of course I am. But you know what I mean? Like, if you really, really think about things, if you really realize the temporal nature of everything, then you value those things more, and you start to see the things that are not so important, that you think are important right now when your heart is beating and your emotions are just taking you to a place of rage or anger or disappointment or sorrow or whatever it is. And you realize that that's not actually that important, as important as the relationships that you have. And then you also realize the things that are so important. And so my goal is to make the most of every moment based on that, is to live this life as if it were my last life. And I've been around for thousands of years, or thousands, hundreds of thousands, whatever, thousands of incarnations. And I'd like to remember that every day, that this could be the last life of thousands. At least this is the last of this life. This is the last time I'll ever be John Sonmez again. The last time I'll ever be Bulldog Mindset. Last time I'll ever have the relationships that I have now. Life is not so bad. The experience is not so bad. The things that you have, the opportunity that you have is not so bad. It's good. You have to realize it. You have to realize the gift that you have before it's gone, because the gift, it disappears. And it every day that goes by, it is a day that is gone forever. And there are things that you will experience that you will wish that you could experience again. And there are things that you'll experience, especially the things that you do to other people, that you will experience again, and you'll experience them over and over again. It's funny how the good things that you wish you could re-experience, you won't. But the bad things that you do as you harm and hurt other people, you will re-experience those things. Maybe that's what hell is. Maybe hell is the accumulation of all of those things built up over time. Anyway, just some very light thoughts for today, for your day. So enjoy that. And let me know what you think about that. And as always, check out the Bulldog Mindset membership. There's a link down below. I'd love to have you join so we can talk about deep thoughts like this. And I love you guys. And, make the most of your life. Truly do.